Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Puppet Master, episode 4. Before we jump in, I just wanted to say that check out the new offering. It's not something I published, but I helped worked on it. Friends and Foes of the Frostlands, putting a link up now in chat. If you're watching this later on YouTube, there will be a link in the show notes. Otherwise, how is everybody today?
Oh, fantastic.
Hooray!
Pretty good.
My AC works, so I'm good.
So warm.
It's so warm. It's so true. So last time on the Puppet Master, you had all been your souls had been ripped out of your bodies and placed into small constructs that resemble toys. Fleeing the room, the toy room, you had found that you were in a different version of the house. It was no longer dilapidated, it wasn't falling apart. It didn't seem to be as abandoned as the original version that you were in. I feel like you had gone around some of the rooms and didn't really find anything super strange until you went into what was like a sunroom slash greenhouse, and there were some odd snails in there, and one of them attacked you when you got too close. So you ended up defeating that snail and are now standing in the green room, and you see other snails kind of moving around, but they're not attacking you. It seems like proximity set the other one off. What do you do?
We should get out of there. We still kind of have a mission to try and find whoever's living here or flee.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go elsewhere. What are our options? Is it just the tree that we kind of like scurried down in, or can we?
You should be able to get out to the left. It looks like there's a door over there.
I would like to head toward the door.
Okay. And you all have that rope, correct? I believe
Yes,
you do.
we do.
So I'm just gonna. You guys
From our
use the
buddy.
rope. Yep. So you use the rope to lasso the door handle, pull it down, and the door creaks open. And working together, you manage to get it open. Looks like you're in there's a small like study, like a sitting room. There's a desk on one side with some bookshelves. There are 3 large leather chairs that look in good condition. They're sitting around a small table. The fireplace that they are facing is cold, however. And to the south, there is a doorway. Opal, you're pretty sure that doorway leads back into the dining room.
Okay. I would like to go to the desk and see if there's any new writings that might give us an idea of what's going on here.
Sure. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. And while Opal is doing that, Dross, what are you doing?
Following behind, sticking close to my companions.
Okay.
Trying not to get lost in the garden, ambushed by more snails.
Gotcha. Yeah, as you follow Opal, you definitely notice there are some more, off in these little plants and these larger bushes that are growing up the walls. But again, they don't seem to really care about you at this time.
All right, if I don't have investigation, could I try a perception?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Oh,
And Za, what are you doing?
Saw is going to slink into the study and aid Opal.
Okay. So as you're all looking around, Opal, you climb up on the chair that's next to the desk, and then you hop up onto the top of the desk. And behind you, so to the north side of the map, you see these windows that are looking out. It looks like they look out onto that back porch area. There's some mist kind of like pooling on the ground out there, but beyond the actual the porch itself, you can see nothing but mist. The mist is like engulfing the area. You can't see any trees or anything beyond. But what you do notice is there is a stack of papers, and you're kind of like leafing through them, and there's a quill with ink that's right there, and you notice that the ink well is very well kept. It looks like the ink is wet instead of having dried out. So obviously, like, again, it's lived in rather than abandoned like the previous house. And the writings, one is dated yesterday. Like the top sheet is dated yesterday, and it seems to be kind of a rambling accord of talking about some kind of receptacle not being able to hold the soul. Yet again, another failure, and the handwriting's very scratchy, like it's being written hastily, almost in anger.
Hmm. Do I have an idea of the meaning behind it at all? Do I know who wrote it? Does it look familiar to me?
So the handwriting doesn't look familiar. It immediately like pops into your mind because like your soul is currently in a like in some kind of
In a
receptacle, right? Some kind of I mean, yours is currently in an amulet. It doesn't say anything about an amulet in that page, but like yeah, that obviously comes to mind.
Hmm. Am I able to pick up the pen and use it at all?
Yeah, I mean it's a little
Like
ungainly, like it's a
cumbersome.
little weird, awkward as you kind of grab it, and essentially you have to grab like one part of it in one hand and another in the other hand. It's easier to do it that way. What would you like to do with it?
I'd like to draw a picture of a cat underneath the scribblings and pay homage to my patron, and then leave a note if I could of just I miss you and the name of my friend that had passed away, and that's it.
Nice. Okay. Go ahead and make me a
Absurd.
charisma check.
Okay.
So again, like when you had marked the walls previously with the symbol of your patron, you just kind of felt this like disconnect, like your magic is still working. Well, actually, you don't know if your magic is working because you aren't able to cast your spells. I can't
Hmm.
remember if the bear the bear doesn't have any spells that you can
The
cast.
yeah, the
So
bear
yeah,
has other.
it actually does, like you don't feel any connection to your patron. Um,
Okay.
like there's like you're definitely putting yourself out there, and so if your patron can hear you, you definitely feel like you've done that half of things. Now it's just their turn to pick up the phone and return the call. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. I'm just waiting here by the phone
Right?
for a
Call
ring,
me.
a ding.
So, Za, you were helping Opal to investigate. Why don't you go ahead and make me an investigation as well?
I will totally roll an investigation check. Dolls are super good at that. Yeah.
Hiya. So you look around. The fireplace is cold. It doesn't look like someone has been in here super recently. That's pretty much what
Hmm.
you find.
Interesting.
And, and Dross, what are you doing?
Keeping watch. I'm not sure there's much for me to do. I don't think. Just kind of keeping an eye out, listening. I guess listening for any signs of life. Um, Thought process is, someone has to be living here. Someone has to be doing this.
Yeah. So, what is everyone's passive again?
13.
Okay.
14.
The doll's passive or
Yeah, yeah.
gotcha.
I think yours was 10.
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah, mine's
Um,
14.
From your vantage point, Opal, because you're up on that desk,
Mhm.
you notice over here on this little table, there's like a bowl with a cover, And very faintly, there's a little bit of green light peeking out through the rim of the cover.
We absolutely have to open that up.
Careful, it might be a demon.
Do you want to check it first?
Yes.
Okay.
Make me a Arcana check there, Za.
Yes.
I would like to
Yes.
support Zaw in any way that
Sure.
I can.
Yeah, we can make it an advantage. 15. Za, something is definitely in there. Some kind of magical emanation is coming out. It very well could be demonic, but you have no physical proof of that yet.
Hmm.
What to do?
Well, usually the best course of action is just assume it is and destroy it.
Right?
And if it wasn't a demon, then it won't be destroyed. Right? Is that how that works?
I'm pretty sure that is exactly how that works.
Yeah. I'm an expert in these things.
You could make a fire and you could toss it in the fire.
Going to. Is there a lid?
There is a lid, yeah. So there's like a little bowl with a lid on it. The light is peeking out very faintly along the seam.
I will tap it with my porcelain hands.
Sure. Yeah, you hear like the sound of porcelain tinking against the bowl. It seems to be like either some kind of ceramic or some kind of like painted glass. Nothing answers, however.
Should we just open it?
Gonna look back over at Dross. What do you think we should do with this thing? What would Sergeant Steve do?
Sergeant Steve
That
will
is the
totally
question.
open it.
That is the question we should ask ourselves. He always said, leave no stone unturned. Leave no avenue unexplored.
That's true. All right. This is for Sergeant Steve. I'm gonna open it up.
Okay. So you reach up and you grab the lid and you pull it off, and the emanation that comes out is a little brighter, but not too much, of this green light. And inside you notice an amulet that is not unlike yours, except for that it's glowing green.
It needs a body.
I know where there's a surplus of bodies.
We should take it to the toy area.
Is that what you'd like to do? Gilbert
that's
looks like
why.
he's maybe not sure.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Down.
All right. So Za reaches in and scoops out this amulet, and you all head south.
Through the dining area.
Yeah, I think there's a door. Yeah, let me snag that door. Yoink. There you go. And so you're heading.
Super stealthy.
So you get back to that room. Are you going to knock, or are you going to try and open it with your rope?
Just a little knock first. Just a little
Okay.
like. Hey.
After several moments, the door, you hear the click of the latch. Ah, John, you're so loud. You hear the click of the latch, and it kind of like creaks open a little, and the guy sticks his head out. Did you find anything?
We should hand over the amulet.
Well, I don't know if we should hand it over, but we should definitely get eyes on this thing. Where's your leader?
That's
The one with the symbols.
oh, she's right over there.
I'll bring it to her. She's been here the longest, so maybe she's seen this before.
I can't remember her name. What was her name?
Ruth.
Ruth. Thank you. Good job.
Does that sound
Inspiration for remembering what the DM does not remember.
Ah.
So yeah, you head over. As you walk by, you notice the guy kind of, his face kind of, as much as one can emote in a doll body, kind of scowls at the amulet you're carrying. He's like, oh, yeah.
Like he's seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
Like that
What,
person that you don't want to talk to that talks to you during a bus ride the whole way.
Exactly like that. All right, so you take it over to Ruth?
Yeah.
All right. Ruth looks at it and she kind of sighs. And she holds out her symbol so you can just like drop it on the symbol.
Okay.
What's the story about this?
Now that's Hamid.
Huh.
What happened
Hamid?
to Hamid?
Hamid is the family's cook, the house cook. We don't really. He's nice enough, but he's unwilling to help us escape, even though he's made several attempts on his own. He's just kind of selfish.
Damn it, Hamid! What a jerk.
What a jerk.
I mean, does he know anything?
He knows how to make some good food, apparently. But he obviously doesn't know how to actually escape because he hasn't.
What body does this get put on so he can cook food for the house, for whoever lives here?
Did you just find that on its own?
Yeah, it was in a bowl.
Oh. Wow, they must be really angry at him. He should be in, like, a doll, like one of those wood dolls, kind of like Dross's body, but it's actually carved like a goblin and has a little, like, cook's hat and an apron. You didn't see that? Oh. Wow, that's probably bad news for Hamid.
Hamid's probably dead.
I mean, his amulet's glowing, so his soul is still in there, but they might be punishing him for something he did wrong.
Well, I would like to know what he did wrong.
Should we put him on a toy that he like can't get away from us, but he has to talk, or put him in a toy where he is nimble enough to do things?
I am curious. Alright, this may be a bad idea. What if we put the amulet on a body that's already being inhabited, such as my own or another volunteer?
We've actually tried that before. Nothing happens. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, not a bad idea then.
It seems like whoever hosts one of these first is the one who gets it.
Got it. Well, then what do we say we bind him first, ask our questions, and then get a ruling?
You do recall, like, the them telling you about that toy you don't really want to be put into because it's really useless. It's the, like, kind that you pull, and as you pull it, it, like, plays the xylophone. So you could put him in that body. He wouldn't be going anywhere.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
So you head over, and
Yeah.
there's, like, it looks like the carving of, like, an elephant that's, like, sitting on, like, some, like, little kind of cart, and the xylophone's in front of it. And you drop the amulet over it, and it takes a few minutes, and then, like, there's a little glow of green in its eyes, and then it fades away, and it sits up and looks around, and then just like its little like hinged shoulders slump. Hi guys.
So, what did you do
Buddy.
to get in trouble, first of all?
Oh, who are these people?
We're new.
We'll be asking the questions here.
Oh, you think you're in charge here? Gotcha. Okay.
Well, we could just take your amulet off and destroy
You know,
it.
Take it.
I'm kind of getting to the
Stick it back.
point. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I just don't care.
That's rough, buddy.
It's all the same thing, day in, day out. Make food. Go over here and clean this. Go clean that. I don't even get to like go outside.
Hmm.
Nobody gets to go outside. I mean, look at everybody around here. Come on.
You know, I came into this with the intent of being the bad cop in this scenario, and you just made me sad. Congratulations.
Oh, so you're the sad cop now.
Yes, the sad cop. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Do you want a hug?
Yes. Lean in and
Yeah, you have to go to him because he can't walk, so he like raises his like arms with the little yeah. There you go.
So you're in the presence of this person who is doing this thing to all of us.
Yeah. What do you? Well, I mean, he's not here right now.
But you were with him recently,
I haven't seen him in. What day is this?
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him since Sunday, so not that long ago. Time is weird in the amulet when you don't have like a body, or senses, or, you know,
Do
interaction.
you know what he's working on?
Yeah, he's. Why do you want to know?
Because
Well,
we're in a mysterious house with like crazy things going on. Of course
Oh, right.
we want to know.
Right, you're newbies. I forgot. Okay, so he's trying to put the souls of his kids into living bodies because he doesn't want them to have to live their lives as dolls. How do you not know this?
So which kids are his that are here in the room with the dolls?
Oh, they're not kept in here with us.
Oh.
No, his son. I haven't seen his son in a while, but his daughter, is the big statue that walks around and goes to the other world and brings people here.
Oh. Like friends?
hmm.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Like friends? She brings friends?
Not so much. Are you friends? Are you friends with
No.
them?
No, not. Well, I was friends with his wife years and years ago,
Oh, really?
I think. Yeah.
Wow.
If we're talking about the same family.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring her up if they come down here. I wouldn't bring her up.
Okay.
Especially
Where-
around Lily. Don't bring her up around Lily. She's kind of gone a little off her rocker, they say, I think, in common.
So where is he? Where the husband?
I mean, I haven't seen him in a couple of days apparently, so he's probably in his workshop, but
Where's that?
I thought you'd been here before. I thought you said you knew them.
Well, yeah, but it's been a lot of years and I'm a bear now, so it's just
Oh.
different.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, if you haven't been here in years, he took the staircase out and he made that trap door to get into it, so totally understandable. I could show you.
Yeah,
that would
I'd
be
like
much
that.
appreciated.
All right.
Mhm.
Could you put me in a body that I can actually move around in? And he plays the xylophone for a bit. This is stupid.
But it brings us so much joy.
Does it? Does it? Does this? And he plays it again. Does that bring you joy?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it really raises the mood.
Okay.
You know, actually, I'm a bard by trade, so the power of music is just astounding. This could be your new calling.
I mean, if you're trying to be stealthy, you realize if someone has to pull me along, I'm just gonna be like blah, 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 blah.
Put you
Fair
in another
point.
body, but you bring us joy right now.
Would you bring us joy?
So you're saying the trapdoor is underneath the stairs?
No, it's out. We'll have to go up the stairs. We're currently under the stairs.
Oh, I see.
We're like that
well-
legend of like that little boy who like was adopted by his parents, by his aunt and uncle because, you know, his parents died and he was forced to live under the stairs. We're like that kid. Except for that kid like got free and he became a magician and we're just stuck here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would like to help or figure this whole mystery out so we can all go home. That would be really nice.
That would be nice. I'm tired of cooking for this guy.
Favorite dish?
He likes chicken.
Okay. Cool.
So what body do you want to put him in?
Something nimble and stealthy, I guess.
Do you ask or do you like what's the nimblest? Yeah, nimblest doll, or do you just kind of look around and guess?
You know what? I'm
Guessing's
gonna
the way
ask.
to go.
What was that, John?
The guessing's always the way to go.
Guessing.
Sure. Why don't you all make
Yeah.
a group intelligence check?
So wait.
Good start. Good start.
Yep.
All right. So you're looking around, and really, it looks like and having been in the bodies, the wood fox has some counterparts that are similar, and that's probably the more nimble of the group.
So we find something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
So you find one that looks like it's also a pirate, but it looks like some kind of bear that's black and white. It's really strange. You've never seen anything like it. It's a little kind of like shaped as though the panda were sorry. It looks like a panda for those of you who are not
Like a
metagaming,
panda.
right?
Another
Damn
bear.
it. But yeah, it looks like it probably has the same abilities as Dross's fox body.
Sounds good.
And you're going to have him lead you out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we trust him, actually? Do we trust him that he's going to lead us out?
Why don't you do insight checks? You can do a group one.
It's alright.
Insight. Actually, I don't have an insight button on here. Intelligence, perception,
Let me
Your
see.
wisdom.
wisdom.
You said
And
group?
yeah. If you don't have it, it's wisdom. All right. So like he seems pretty straightforward and honest. You do catch many of the other soul invested, not the right word, inhabited. You do notice some of the other dolls are just kind of like glaring at him, but they've already kind of explained that he's not
Yeah.
that helpful.
Like if they could roll their eyes any harder, they could.
Right.
Would. Okay. Well, I mean, we're just gonna have to trust him.
Okay.
It's our option.
All right, so you decide to trust him, and you head out and he leads you up the stairs. Is there anything you want to do on the way, or shall I place you where you're going?
Keeping an eye on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and you should head over to the upstairs map if that is all correct. He leads you around that rim, like the walkway that goes around the foyer.
Yeah.
And down this hallway, the door at the end is hanging open, and you can see that there's a toilet in there, and you don't see any sign of like a staircase or anything like that. Let's see, dynamic lighting, remove
So of course his workshop has a toilet.
right? There's the toilet.
Thinking happens on the toilet. Makes sense now.
So he like walks in. He's like, "Are you ready for this? Like, what's your plan?"
Well, so what should we expect that he does? Like, what is he?
I mean, he should be up there. I don't know if Adam is in a body. His son. I don't know if he's in a body right now, but I know that Lily is in her body. At least last time I saw. I haven't seen Lily outside of her body in years.
Okay.
And I would still steer clear of her. It's especially in these bodies.
Oh, jeez.
But I haven't been allowed up there in since he took the staircase out, so I can't really tell you exactly what to expect.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should just go and do it. We could be sort of stealthy and try and kind of like get into a corner of the room and just listen for a while.
Okay. All right.
What do you guys
So
think?
Dross and Zal, what do you think?
Sorry, you cut out for me. I didn't hear the. I'm in agreement.
Okay.
We'll, stealth through.
Stealthy, get into a corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Za, are you down with that plan?
Yes. Reconnaissance is always the best course of action.
All right. So Hamid like jumps up on the toilet, and it has like this weird. You've never seen anything like this. There's like some kind of porcelain tank hanging on the wall, and it has all these gears and things, and some kind of tube running down. But there's a chain, and he pulls the chain, and you hear this like whoosh noise, and you're not really sure. It sounds like something's draining out of the porcelain tank into the bowl of the toilet. And as it sounds like the tank is emptying, he reaches up for the other side. There's like a little bit of dangling chain that looks like it's connected, like maybe the other end of the chain. And he reaches up and grabs that and yanks it twice. And from the ceiling in the hallway, this staircase drops down.
Huh.
Magic toilet.
I've never gone up there, but I've seen them open the door several times. So, good luck.
Nope. You're coming with
Where
us.
are you going?
Oh no! I never agreed to go with you.
Oh, see, well, that's where you don't have a choice. See, this is where the bad cop comes in. Don't run. It's not going to end well for you.
You know what? It really doesn't matter. If they decide to just fucking squish me, it's not gonna matter at this point. I'm so tired of doing this. Fine. Yeah, I'll go with you. Come on. Bring it on. Let's do it.
Here we go. Sad cop all over again.
Poor guy.
Excellent. Go up the stairs.
Super
All right.
stealthy like.
So everyone heads up the stairs. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
The stealth.
The stealth.
Why not? Have it. So Dex.
Yep, it would just be Dex if you don't have stealth.
Whoa.
Dang. Nice. So even though like Dross's body is kind of clacky the way that it moves, the three of you managed to like work your way up these stairs very quietly, and Hamet follows you up, and you enter into what is actually a very tiny room. And you've never been in the workshop before, Opal, but it looks way too small to be the workshop. Like, and you can remember seeing the kind of like domed roof of it from outside. This is way too small to be the workshop, and even Hobbit's looking around like a little confused.
Hmm. So this could be just another entrance to another secret workshop.
Would you like to look around for some kind of door?
Yes,
Yes.
I would.
All right. Go ahead and make investigation checks. You're gonna do another group one. And it's intelligence if you don't have investigation. Nice. All right, so the three of you, along with Hamid, are looking around, and you do notice the outline of a doorway that seems to be almost like a secret door. It's not all that well hidden, but it does kind of match up with the the planking on the wall.
Is there anything usable in that room for like a weapon or?
You notice some furniture that's covered with dust cloths and such, even though it's not super dusty. But like Hamid hasn't been allowed up here to clean, so there is kind of a layer of dust. But you do notice that there is a clear area going from that door to the stairs.
Okay, we're gonna have to check that door out.
Okay.
All right. Let's get it
Yep.
open.
Yep.
So you're looking at it, and you don't see a hinge, you don't see a handle. What do you want to do?
Does it push at all?
Do you want to try pushing on it?
Yeah, I do. Just a light push, just very gentle.
Yeah. So as you gently push it, yeah, it seems like it'll push open.
Okay.
And in fact, as you kind of push it, you notice kind of a flickering blue light spills out. Like you don't really open it far enough to see anything, but they're much like that bowl, just the seam of the door lights up a little bit with that light.
Okay. Um, well, we could kind of try and push it and stealthily stay to the edges of the room.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Draw?
Yep.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do it.
All right. So who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay. So
And
Opal,
I'm
you.
taking a friend with me.
Okay. So Opal, as you open the door just large enough to be able to get through, inside there are these looks like tall like metal statues or something. They're not, you don't really see any like beauty to them. They're more like some rings of metal that are stacked up, and then on top is this large globe of metal, and there's like looks like lightning is just like dancing all around each of them.
Thinking, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What the hell is this?
And the room itself is fairly long, and you can see that it is just lined with bookshelves. And at the far end, you notice what looks to be a large table of some sort, like a slab that's kind of elevated at one end, and there's a child strapped to it. And standing next to it is Carathan Farrowwind. You recognize him, Opal, as the husband of your late friend.
What up, Putz?
And he seems to be like inspecting the child, and he's doing something with an amulet that's in his hand that is glowing like a very soft purplish color.
Oh my god. He's clearly putting that child into the amulet.
And just to make sure everyone can see the new map.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. What do you do?
Is there kind of a stealthy path to get close enough to address him or attack him?
So you do see these like staircases on either side that go up to what looks like walkways that are lining those bookshelves. Or you can go down the center area that has you notice that there are some lights, and then there's like the crackling orbs on those statues. Maybe those staircases might be more stealthy than going down the center.
Gotcha. Those orbs, do they look vulnerable in any way? Like, could we attack the orbs?
They look metal, but could you attack them? Sure. You're just not really sure what it would do.
Exactly. Well, I don't know what to do.
I'll head
I
up
wanna-
the stairs.
And as you're all
Uh-huh.
standing there, kind of like trying to figure it out, you do see Carathan slip the necklace of the amulet over the child's neck, and the child kind of like, "Mommy, Daddy, what?"
Oh my god. I would like to. I wonder if I'm in range. Um, Try and cast entanglement. 90
Let's
feet.
see, 90 feet.
Am I
So
close enough?
you are really close. You'll have to move up probably 15 feet or so, I think. Great
All right.
arrows.
Um, yeah. So, I want to move up and
Okay.
cast entanglement on him.
Do you want to
Say,
head up
unhand-
those?
Unhand that child.
Okay, so you're gonna go up, cast entangle, and then shout. Okay. What's Dross doing?
I have no range stuff, so I will get as close as possible to try to assist with the unhanding of the child.
Okay. And Dross? I mean, sorry, Zaw?
I think I'll take the flank and go up the stairs. You said the stairs lead up to one of these two side walkways, yeah?
Yep. Which
See,
one do you
I'll
want to
take
go
that.
onto?
Even's right. I will take the left.
Okay.
So I'll go here, right?
Okay.
Is that
Yep.
okay? I'm gonna kind of try and keep a little low. I mean, I'm already short, but I'm gonna kind of keep low and Naruto run my way up the walkway
Okay.
quietly.
So
Naruto run.
a couple of things as you are heading up. First of all, Dross and Opal, you do notice there is actually a coffin right here. It is open, and there is a body inside.
Oh my
It is
god.
body of an older person. Looks like one of the watch, like they're wearing a city watch uniform, much like your friend, the lieutenant did.
Mhm.
And then I need Za to make me a perception check.
Perception.
Nice. So as you're heading up, let's see. I'm just going to move you to where you are when you see it. So you get up behind, like, on the other side of this crackling globe, and you're trying to be careful because the lightning does kind of like arc over where you're going, but it seems like it's a little too high to hit you. But you notice your body is leaning against, like your actual body is leaning against the wall right here.
Oh my god.
And next to it are some other bodies, but you also notice Opal and Dross. Meanwhile, Entangle goes off. Let me just double check. I think that is a save. So some vines sprout from the ground around him. Are you centering it on him, Opal?
Centering it on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he has to do a strength saving throw when you cast it. Let's see how you do there, Carathin. Strength is not one of his good saving throws, so let's see. What is your DC?
Me?
Yeah.
Stuff.
Actually, I'll just grab your sheet real quick. You are the stuffed bear. Oh, that's right. I didn't put the DC on here. So we've got 2, 13. So even though it does grasp at him, he like looks surprised and he just starts like pulling his arms free and looks about, and then you shout at him, "What?"
I shout at him, "Leave that poor kid alone."
Okay.
What would your wife say about this shenanigans?
Nice.
Oh.
All right, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Just make sure you click on your token first.
Right, I don't know how to do. Oh, there it is. Yes. Why would you do this? Why would you harm everybody? I miss my body. What kind of man are you?
So let's see. John, you got a 12, right?
Yep.
I don't know why, but it doubled up everybody's things, so... And Adela got a 4. Blam. Dross got a 15. Alright, so, as you shout that... And
I
he
introduce myself as well. Like, you should remember who I am.
Okay. Dross, what are you doing while this is going on?
I'll rush up, and just hold an action, I guess. I don't know. Do we get the sense that this could be talked out, or are we just gonna feel like?
Yeah. You go ahead and do an insight check. It's hard to say, like, obviously, because
And like
he hasn't done anything yet.
Right. And we haven't seen the bodies. It's just
Right.
okay.
Yeah, I haven't alerted you guys to that yet because I don't want to draw attention to the fact I'm up there.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, so yeah, you're not really sure. He hasn't done anything yet other than like break out of those vines.
Okay.
He looks
Um,
very confused and upset, but he does look at you and Opal as she shouts at him.
Cool. I'll rush up and try to assist Opal in in convincing him to let the child go. And just
Okay.
kind of rush up and yell and, why would you do this? This is, no matter what you're going through, this is not the way.
Do you want to dash?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should be able to get here.
Right.
You move at 15, right?
Movement of 10.
Oh, 10, sorry. So you should be able to get here.
Yep.
Awesome.
We're gonna threat dash, like we know, like we're authorities in this
Right.
matter.
Yeah, so you two were moving together. Perfect. You can also make me. Do you want to do a persuasion or an intimidation check?
Well, let's do. Well, I don't know. Persuasion.
Yeah, Dross.
Just persuasion.
Okay. I'm going to give you advantage. Not that it mattered. He looks at you very confusedly and like his eyes are a little wild. And he says, "No, no, no. This is my last chance. This has to work."
What exactly are you doing here?
I'm saving
why-
my children. And
What
that brings
happened
us
to your
to
children in the first
Zaz.
place?
They
Ah.
died.
I'm going to continue to quietly make my way towards those bodies.
Okay.
So I think the movement is what, 10? So 10 and then 20. Is movement 10? Yes, my movement is 10.
And you have the passive of 14, right?
13.
13. You notice that there's a large, it looks like a large wooden mannequin, like the kind that artists sketch. Kind of looks hastily carved, and there's a large jewel that's glowing red embedded in its chest, and it begins moving.
By moving, what do you mean? Like moving and then taking a few feet forward, or?
It currently is just starting to move. Like its hands like start kind of reaching up, and like it's going to start moving probably right after your turn.
Does it look like it's seen me?
It has no face, so it's really hard to tell.
Is it moving its body as if it's to move in my direction?
It is facing in your general direction, kind of back towards the door.
I think going prone is probably my best course of action.
Okay.
So I'll go prone quietly. Just kind of go down, so I'm a little bit out of sight.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
All right. So as you quickly drop down, this thing like fully stands up. It was just kind of leaning against the wall. It fully stands up and moves forward. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna go here. And it's like, it looks like it's trying to skirt your entanglement there. It's gonna dash and get to here. It seems to be facing the two of you, and it seems menacing, but it doesn't. Again, it's just a carving, and it doesn't even really have a face. It's kind of like there's a almost like reminiscent, almost like it was starting to be carved, but then didn't get finished. Shadow of a face, but there's no features to it or anything like that. So it's hard to tell what this thing is thinking or feeling.
But we know it's the daughter from what the cook said.
Yeah, it would be pretty easy to be like, oh, that is obviously Lily.
Okay.
And that brings us to Opal's turn.
Ooh. I'm gonna call her out. Say, Lily, what is going on? What is your dad doing? And Maya, have you grown up? How have you been?
But
Seen you in eight.
Why, you've grown. So do you want to
So
call that
woody
a?
now.
Do you
You're
want to call
so
that a
woody.
What would you do? Um,
Huh.
what do you want to call that? A persuasion check?
Yeah. Let me see what my options are in here.
If you don't have persuasion on there, it's a charisma check.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Okay. As you say that, it does. You do notice that there's kind of like a jolt as you say her name, almost like it seems surprised that you know who it is, but it doesn't stop seeming menacing.
Do I know anything about Lily from way back when?
So she was pretty young. Let me just double check, because you haven't seen them. So you were here 3 years ago, but that was for their funeral. And so you hadn't seen them since they were even younger. You remember the kids being kind of spoiled because, like, when you have a dad that can make animated
Okay.
toys, yeah, in a place like Thentia where there's magic just kind of everywhere, it's very easy to spoil your children. So you kind of remember them being a little spoiled, but they weren't super bratty about it. Sometimes you do remember like going to dinner with them or like coming to dinner at the house with them and they were a little like, I don't want to eat these Brussels sprouts. But other than that, you don't really remember them being like bratty.
Okay. Okay. And I still like I have to keep concentrating on um the grasping of the
You do
doctor.
if you want to keep it up.
Okay.
He did manage to keep himself from being restrained, but I think it is difficult terrain to move through if you keep it
Okay.
up. Yep. So that also means
Um,
it'll be difficult terrain for you to move through if you get there.
yes. Um, um, um. I'm going to keep it up just to make it challenging. Like have them move around a bunch, make them dance a little, and talk to Lily about her brother. Like, where's your brother? And I remember you really liking to play with dolls. It's kind of weird, but like you are a doll, so I guess that's kind of cool. It's like the ultimate.
Nice.
And see
Okay.
if I can't get her to talk to me. I want her to talk to me.
Okay. All right. So Carathan, kind of watching you and everything, he just cries out again. He's like, "No, this must work!" And you see him like reach under the table. There's apparently some kind of shelf under there or something, and he pulls forward a very strange-looking knife, and he holds it above the child that's on the table, um,
No.
and he begins muttering in some kind of weird language. It doesn't sound familiar to any of you, and you notice that like everything kind of dims in the room, and from the bookshelf and from the windows that are kind of boarded over, and like the cracks in the walls, and like there's some panes of glass in the glass dome ceiling that are kind of shattered or broken, and through the cracks and holes in that, mist starts creeping in. Dross,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
Demons.
Yep, I knew it. I knew it.
I will shout out to him while moving. Oh god, this thing is huge. I'm gonna move up. This is a bad idea. And then I'll just shout out to him. You don't have to take these risks. We can help you. We can help you save your children.
No, no one can help me. This is the
Oh.
only way.
You are so depressing. All right.
Do you want to offer any? So when you say you can help him, you could possibly say like how can like do you have any ideas of how to help him that you could shout as well as part of your we'll call it a persuasion check.
Um.
Remember,
We
we
saw-
know a specialist in vivimancy.
Yeah, we
I love it.
I will very quickly shout out, like, we're veterans of the Gnomish Wars. We saw people healed. We saw people on death's door brought back. We can help you. We have allies.
Make me a perception check there, Dross.
I am about to die.
No.
So you do notice he glances over in your direction when you say you're veterans of the Gnomish War, and there's like this look of sadness on his face for you. But he's like, then you understand what it's like to lose someone you care about. I can't. I have to have them back. And he like holds the dagger over the child, but you can see very clearly that like his hand is shaking and there's just sweat pouring down his face.
Gotcha. Did you want that persuasion check or no? I feel like I was not very convincing.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, so you unfortunately you didn't give him like a how could you help. Let's do one at disadvantage. How about that? Yeah. So he just seems like, sorry for you, but
Well,
more convinced that, death is an everyday thing and he's got to find the answer to it. Anything else?
Reanimate.
that's me.
Okay.
Unless you'll allow me to hold an action whenever this thing gets close, I don't. But I feel like it was a lot.
What was your action?
Just wait. Oh, God, I really don't want to attack this thing. I guess the dodge action.
Oh, so you could just dodge, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you dodge. Opal. So the mannequin in front of you is obviously like very interested in you, even as Dross moves forward. It's kind of turns its face towards Dross a little bit, but then looks back at you. It doesn't do anything when you say all that stuff. What do you do?
Is it my turn?
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Zaw. Zaw, it's your turn.
Oh, well, it looks like everyone's really well distracted.
Yeah.
And I am going to take advantage of this current situation, this window.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to army crawl my way down those stairs
Sure.
to my body.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure you have to dash to crawl to get down there, don't you?
Yeah. I will dash. I'll crawl. I'm doing all the precautions necessary, and we'll just do a preliminary examination.
Okay.
Like, is there any like signs of bloating, rigor mortis?
Right. So, I mean, you're quite used to seeing. I don't know how like vain you are as far as if you look at yourself in the mirror a lot, but you're used to seeing Opal and Dross, and their bodies look normal, and you're pretty sure yours looked normal, and the other bodies that are around you look normal. There are like a couple of kids that are also like kind of in this pile, and there's another woman guard.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. So what I said still goes for the doll or for the mannequin, and then it moves forward, and it just seems to be like shaking, and it's gonna try and grab
Oh my god.
the teddy bear.
So soft and squishy. Don't you just love me?
So, Opal, you're gonna do either a strength or dex check. Unless you have acrobatics, then you can do an acrobatics check.
No.
So 5.
Eee.
All right, so it just reaches down and like scoops you up and holds you and is kind of squishing you and shaking you.
This is a bad touch. You got to be gentle.
Touch.
This is a bad touch. Like an animal, you gotta gentle. God.
You are gonna take a little damage from it. You're gonna take 5 damage.
Okay, I can still handle that.
Okay.
Holy shimoles.
Holy shimoles. Now it is actually your turn. What do you do?
Well, I mean, now that I'm getting like bad touched, not okay. All right.
Oh, I will have to make you do a concentration check. So do a con save or a con check. You just got to get a 10 or above. Perfect. Your entanglement stays on.
I am going to. What am I gonna do?
You do notice that those mists are creeping in. It's getting a little darker.
Switch from entangle to thunder wave.
Okay, so you want to hit the mannequin with Thunderwave?
I would like to hit the mannequin with thunder wave and see if I can't get myself free.
So that is a strength check or a con check?
Let's see here. Self 15. 8.
Con saving throw. Yeah, I'm aiming for a... Oh, okay, so go ahead and roll your damage for it.
Hold on. I'm new to this.
No worries.
Do I roll from the information sheet?
Let me check. I just want to make sure that
It's
you're...
allowing me to do the thunder wave at whatever level, which I don't even know which level it would be. One.
Well, it'll give you your lowest level. If you hit OK, it should proc the attack.
You can cast it as a level 2 if you wanted to, which would do another D8 of damage. Would you rather do that?
I'd rather do that.
Okay, so let's see. 5 and...
I keep using her name like Lily. I thought you had manners. This is not okay. That was a bad touch. You were not gentle at all. And this is about communication.
So it doesn't force the thing away from you, which would have been nice because it would have dropped you. However, you do notice some chunks of wood kind of splinter as the wave hits it. All right. And so then you berate her.
Yes.
And as you're doing that, you hear Carathan's voice get louder and louder. And it's weird because you can almost hear, like, even though there's like a little bit of echo because the room is so large, it's almost like you hear echoes of what he's saying, but it's not in his voice, coming from everywhere the mist is as it's kind of creeping through. And he keeps doing that. And Dross, what do you do?
I will rush up again. I'll take the dash action, move up, and I'll try to reason with him again.
Okay. I'm going to try and step on you as you move away.
That is completely fair.
Does a 15 hit you?
Oh God, a 15 actually doesn't.
Nice. So yeah, like Lily, just kind of out of the corner of her eye, her senses, notices that you are running away, and you feel like this shudder behind you as she tries to stomp where you just were.
This fox has higher AC
Like,
than Dross does.
Right? Some of the dolls have higher hit points than your actual characters.
I'll just call out to him and try to reason with him. Just
Sure. What do you say?
would we know about things like revivify and resurrection magics?
So you
I
have
talk
heard
about it all
of
the
them.
time.
Yeah.
The Vivimancy.
Then I will call that out very specifically, that it's not too late, and we have a friend who can do these things. He can resurrect them, and not like this, not making mistakes along the way. They can bring them back as they were.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
I'm gonna get hit.
Here, here, huzzah!
Hey.
Right.
So he does pause in his chanting, and he looks at you. And there's like maybe a little bit of hope in his eyes, but then it kind of dwindles away into that madness again. He's like, "Fool, don't you think I've tried that before?"
Well, what if you did it wrong?
Oh man, I really don't want to stab this guy in the throat. I'm gonna end up having to. I think that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Zaw.
Right. Okay. So, bodies. How big is this amulet?
It fits around your neck, so
So it would not fit around Zaw's neck.
you could try.
I am most definitely going to try.
Okay. So to take it off, you need to do a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
If I remember correctly, taking it off would deactivate me entirely, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to try and get on top of my shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I sat on my head and tried to wiggle my way down, if I could wiggle down with the necklace, even if it chokes my doll form.
Yeah.
I think that might do something. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try.
Gotcha. So essentially, you want to get up there and try and loop it around your neck while also wearing it.
Yes.
So as you get up there and you're just trying that, it doesn't seem to do anything. It's too small.
But it does deactivate the doll when it's taken off, right?
That's what you were told. But you haven't taken it off, as far as I understand what you were saying.
It's risky. I'm gonna try.
Okay. So to
try.
take
This is what
off your
Steve would do.
So to take off yours, you have to make a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Wisdom save at disadvantage. All right.
Oh, that was terrible no matter how you look at it. As you go to take it off, there's just this almost sense of self-preservation that you're just and you try and take it off, and you just can't make yourself do it. And you notice some of that mist that's creeping through the stones around you, seeping down from the ceiling and through the windows nearby, begin lapping at the bodies in front of you.
Oh my god, demons. Can I cast a spell?
Your action would have been tried to do the
Okay.
amulet thing.
Alright.
Okay. Carrying Opal. Lily comes running up after Dross and is going to try and step on him again.
Look chill, all right?
What have we told you about
Oh no.
bad touch? How
Does
are
the
you
18
gonna
hit
make
you?
friends?
An 18 does hit, yes.
But the 20 is going to miss. Sorry, the 10 is going to miss, right?
Gotcha. Yes.
All right, so you'll just take 8 bludgeoning. So it stomps down on you, and like parts of your wood frame kind of splinter off.
Understood. We are. Gotcha.
Opal, what do you do?
Well, I'm really displeased with Lily. I mean, come on. How is she supposed to make friends if she can't play well with others? Not okay. I'm going to claw at Lily, and try and wiggle my way out.
Okay. So let's do a. So in order to try and escape, you need to do your action would be to try and escape, or you can claw her. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Let's
Which
try
would
and
you prefer?
escape. Well, I'll do the
Okay.
trying to escape.
So do a dex check. Okay, and she's gonna do a strength to try and hold on to you.
Well,
Oh, she just has such a grip on you. Do you want to say anything else?
Well, her mother would be very disappointed in her right now. I want to
Is
make
that
sure
what-
she knows that. Yep. Your mother would be so disappointed in you right now. You need to learn how to make friends. And believe it or not, I knew your mom when she was your age. This is disappointing. I'm so disappointed.
So, as you say that, like, she just tried to stomp on Dross there. Her head spins around and, like, her non-face is staring at you. Even without having you make a check, the aggression she was trying to work out on the fox gets transferred to you.
Yes. Damn.
Any more charisma checks that you'll have to do, like any persuasions or anything, you're going to be at disadvantage for. And Carathan has resumed chanting, and it seems like he's kind of reaching like a peak of whatever it is that he's doing. Like he's calling forth something, it seems like. And that dagger is like shaking over the child's body. Dross, what do you do?
I'm not giving up on this dude. Damn it. Alright. Bonus action dash. Light footed. And just 5, 10.
No disengage.
No disengage.
He's gonna step on you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you run up there.
Is that... I didn't see the results.
A 19 to hit you for 13 bludgeoning.
Oh, I am not doing great.
Make me a perception check, though.
Copy that. No.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. You definitely see the guy in front of you. His hand is shaking. You could see there's like obviously some kind of war going on, even though he's muttering these words and calling forth whatever he's calling forth. It seems it just seems as though he is having internal conflict. What do you do?
I'm still not close enough to stab this dude, so I'll one last shot at persuasion.
Sure.
This isn't what your children would want. Look at your daughter. Does she seem happy?
This is the only way to get my daughter out of that body.
Oh, God. Oh, man. No, it's not. Don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb.
Best persuasion ever.
I don't know what to say to this dude.
Don't be a turd.
This isn't the only way. There are better ways.
Make a persuasion check with don't be dumb.
Hey!
Nice.
Sometimes brutal honesty, man.
Even though he does say that about Lily, he does look at the amulet that is around this unconscious child's neck, and he looks down at you, and you see the knife kind of dip down, not in a plunging kind of way, but like he's hesitating. Zaw, what do you do?
Well, is what he's doing right now a magical effect?
It seems like some kind of ritual or something. You're not really sure if it's a spell that you could counterspell or if it's something you could dispel with dispel magic.
That's what I'm thinking. But I also think that this amulet is a magical item, so I'm going to dispel it.
Okay. The one on your body or the one that's on the child's body?
The one on my body.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a caster check.
Caster check.
I think for yours it's wisdom.
Indeed it is.
So you cast the spell. It goes off, like you feel the magic course through your little porcelain body, and nothing happens at all. Like it's just like either bounces off, like it doesn't seem to affect the medallion at all, the amulet.
I'm going to crawl into Zaw's lap and assume a meditative pose.
Okay.
I'm going to just try and to center my mind and my will.
Sure.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. At which point the wood golem or the Lily's body takes the stuffed bear and just like Hulk Loki's it, like just smashes it on the ground over and over.
Oh my god. That's so rude.
I'm assuming a 22 hits you, yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to take
Yeah.
27 bludgeoning.
Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm just about dead.
What do you have left for hit points?
I have 27 hit points. And then 5d8 plus 5. I'm dead.
Okay, so what happens is as she's slamming it, the like stitching on the bear just comes apart, and its leg comes apart, your head rolls off, stuffing flies everywhere, there's like rice spread out all over the ground, and your amulet like slides across the floor. I'm gonna put the token for the bear where your amulet goes. Your senses cease, and all you can kind of, if you could be said to see anything, it's just a pale glow around you of, I'm sorry, I forgot what color your amulet was. Red?
It was amber.
Oh, that's right, you were amber. So yeah, this like soft amber glow is, and it's actually kind of like comforting and warming, and you feel safe there, but you can't see or feel anything around you.
Okay.
So that effectively takes your turn away. What are you thinking while you're hanging out in this amber haze?
Well, I'm thinking that somebody needs. Do I know that our bodies are in the corner at this
You do
point?
not.
I do not. I am calling for my patron, even though the patron seems to not really care. Just sitting by the phone waiting. And
Make a charisma check. What do you say to your patron?
this is the hour that I need you. After all of the love and all of the dedication,
Oh.
I need you.
It's so
So
bad.
sad. It's so
It's so
sad.
bad. I'm sorry. All right, so you call forth your patron. This is what you get for having a cat as a patron. They're just so fickle.
True. It's so true.
Dross, so you're standing there and he kind of lowers the dagger and he looks at you and he looks up at Lily and he looks at the boy that's on the table. I can't do this. I can't take another child away from his family. What do you do, Dross?
Yeah. He has remorse.
It doesn't have to be like this. I'll take a step forward. It doesn't have to be like this. We can get through this. You don't have to be alone through this. We can find another way.
I love the visual of this little pirate wood fox walks up. It's
I'm
okay.
adorable, and I'm going to use it to my advantage.
Go ahead and make another charisma check.
Gotcha.
Nice. He just looks down at you, and he bends down and he picks you up, and that'll be. Is there? So that's just kind of talking. Is there anything that you want to do?
No.
Like you're gonna stab him in the throat?
No, I'm gonna hold off on that for now.
Okay. That'll bring us to Za. You are finding your Zen sitting on your own lap. What do you do?
Did I hear the clatter of that amulet?
You definitely heard something going on over there. There was like a shredding noise. You weren't able to see what happened, but there was like a sliding of metal across the ground. Yeah.
Well, attempt number 2.
Okay.
Dispel magic.
Okay. Caster check.
Let's see here. Here we go. Oops, sorry.
The same thing happens. The
Can I
magic
use my
doesn't.
inspiration?
You can if you'd like to.
Yes.
Okay. So nothing happens, and the magic just kind of like wraps around it, but doesn't seem to be able to affect it.
All right. Well, that's all right.
I'm gonna have you repeat that because the motorcycle or car or whatever drowned you out.
Oh yeah, the tourists are out in force, man. It's terrible. Yeah, so that's science. Science.
Oh, science! Gotcha.
Science.
All right. So there is this weird shrieking noise. It's like this high-pitched scraping almost of like metal against a chalkboard or something. Dross, you're the only one who would be able to see this. You kind of glance back because the sound is coming from behind you, and Lily is rushing in your direction.
No.
And you're technically in the same space as the doctor, so just keep that in mind. She's going to rush up, and she like just shrieks. There's like this emanating sound that you can feel just like vibrating through your little wooden body as she like raises her hands like angrily, like she's trying to express herself to her father, but nothing is coming out other than this noise. And she's going to bring down those fists. Okay, so you're gonna land on the ground, Dross, as Carathan drops you and like falls to the ground under his daughter's like flailing. You can make me a dex save or check to see if you land upright or prone, but he is going prone.
Gotcha.
Also, it looks like that really, really hurt him.
Oh
would
no.
would acrobatics come into play, or is this just straight dex?
You could do acrobatics, yeah, that'd be fine.
Right.
I like it.
He's abusive.
Yeah, you totally landed on your little wooden feet. And then even in your amulet, like your amulet shakes, Opal, and like you feel this sound move through the like amber ether that's around you. You still can't take any actions, but what are you thinking?
I'm hoping that my friends are okay, and I'm hoping that my patron will eventually come to our
Right?
aid and watch over us. And I miss my body. I miss it a lot.
I like it.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. So Carathan shouts out, "Lily, no, stop!" and gets up. It'll be okay. We'll find another way. Dross, what do you do?
I'd like to look for my friends. Try to get a beat on where Opal and Za are.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Ah, man. Okay. All right.
So you're like sitting next to this table, and it has like this really big base. And so like looking around, really all you can see is the mannequin and like Carathan like trying to like fight against it, like defend himself.
Raj, I still have no idea that the bodies are over there. Yeah, with the
Right.
crap.
Yeah, unfortunately the table is actually blocking your sight of them.
Yeah. Well. Oh man. I don't know what to do. I will get to safety. I'll take the disengage action.
Okay.
It's a bonus action. For light-footed, and then just move here and then move here.
Okay. As you turn around that corner, you do see your bodies sitting there, and sitting on Zaw's lap is Zaw's doll body.
Right on.
And because you disengaged as a bonus action, you technically could still dash, so you could go another 10 if you wanted to.
I will. I was gonna ask that exact thing.
Yeah.
5, 10, and just rushing up to Za and be like, I don't know what to say. I have nothing to say. I'm just gonna run.
Okay. Za, what do you do?
So I was going to do a little porcelain wave, looking very serene and centered. She's going to stand up in Za's lap, then her way over here. Yep, 10. So I found the bodies. Haven't figured out how to get into them. But have you noticed the demons over there?
You know, I've noticed the demons. We'll get each other's. We'll put each other in each other's bodies. Because I believe I can remove yours and you can remove my amulet. Where's Opal?
I don't know. Have you seen her?
Jeremy?
You haven't seen her. Like you do, like you look down. I'm like gesturing at my screen. That's awesome. I'm like, you look over here. Whew, it's been one of those days. So you look down on the map where you were earlier, kind of over here. There is just fluff and rice everywhere.
Well, that's not a good sign. We'll find her.
All right. what do we do?
I'll take your amulet off, put you in your body, yeah? And then
Let's
whenever
see if
you
it works. We'll see if it works.
yeah.
Is that
All
your
right.
plan?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to hang my head so that it's easily accessible.
Okay. You hear Carathan hit the ground again with a strangled cry, and you hear what is probably the snapping of bones, and you see like some blood spray out, even though you can't see his body. As the mannequin just continuously like smashes down on him. The mist is just like filling this area, almost to the point where you're starting to lose sight of things that are more than 15, 20 feet away from you. Opal, even though like nothing happens, you kind of feel this like warmth, like this safety enwrap you, almost like it's curling around you and walking, and like there's like this gentle brushing against you. You almost feel it in your legs as this like weird, almost feels like a tendril of fur like rubs against your legs, and you hear this meow.
This is wonderful.
Dross.
I will move up 5 feet, grab the amulet off of Za. Does the doll just kind of like...
Yep, as soon as you pull it off, the doll just falls to the ground.
Right, then I will move up another 5 feet, use the bonus action dash. Just...
Like you can climb up on your own body.
Too easy, then. I will be right there, and I'll put the amulet on Za's body.
Okay.
Break the best.
Hold, please. Za, where are you? There you are. All right. John, can you control Za?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Za, you wake up. You are in your own body, and you're looking down at a little wooden fox pirate that's like holding its arms out like it had just let go of that amulet and is staring at you expectantly. What do you do?
Let's see here. Hold on. I'm looking at my sheet again going, oh shit, what can I do? All right. So I will say we don't have much time. We'll switch you in, and then we have to find Opal.
Okay.
And I'll pull the necklace off of the fox and put it on Dross's body.
Excellent. Dross, you wake up in your body, and just as your fox body like clatters to the ground,
Dodge.
you hear more smooshing sounds from where the mannequin is, but you can't see it.
Yeah, that's not good.
What do you do?
We're out of initiative order for now?
Let's go with what do you do now?
I would love to just rush out to where I last saw Opal and look for the amulet. Looks like
Okay.
the feather and all that good stuff means the doll is just probably destroyed, or the teddy bear.
So go ahead and make me a perception check. Now as yourself instead of as your fox.
It has been so long, I forgot to. I almost clicked the puppets. Oh, still not great. Okay. Hey.
I mean, 17 is not bad. So as you like move through this through the fog that's around you, through these mists that are kind of roiling, like you hear voices around you that you don't recognize, and you see shadows kind of move through the area, and they look like people. But once you like look at them, they're gone. And ahead where those balls of lightning and like the metal balls with the lightning on them were sparking, like they're lighting up the mist a bit, and there were some torches that are lighting up, or they were magical lights, but they're lighting up. But you do notice a faint amber glow not too far from you.
It's me.
Fantastic. I will rush up to that if possible. Grab
Okay.
it.
Za, what are you doing?
Let's see here. Zaw is going to deal with this demon problem. So Zaw will cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Nice.
Let's see, can I do that at a higher level to do other targets? Nope. All right. So I will cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay.
And stand guard over Opal's body.
Awesome. All right, so Josh, you find the amulet laying on the ground. Its glow is steady, as though the spirit inside is okay. What do you do?
Rushing the amulet over to Opal's body.
Okay. So you turn around and like you're looking around trying to really get your bearings because you don't really see anything. Everything is just the mist around you. And every so often you see these like shadows move through the mist, and one of them is very large, and so you're kind of have a moment of surprise as you think the mannequin is there to squish you, but then it just almost seems to walk through you and is gone. And you start heading off, like you start walking, and you feel like you don't hear your steps as you're walking, or if like they're kind of muffled, almost like you're walking on something that isn't the wood floor that you were on. But as you continue walking, that sound returns. So again, you're walking on wood, but there's like some creaking noises that you didn't really hear before, and the mist begins to thin. And as you reach back where the others are, Zaw is standing over Opal's body, but the walls around you are all dilapidated. There's like bits of broken glass everywhere. The floorboards are all broken. The table that was there is like rusted and kind of covered in some kind of stains, but like you're not really sure what they are. The straps are all like dried and cracking, and there's no sign of Lily or Carathan.
This is a nightmare. I'll do what I came here to do and just put the amulet on Opal's body.
Okay. As you do, you hear what sounds like a small voice from the other side of the table. Where am I?
What do you think, Zaw? Is that a demon?
It always is a demon. Until proven it's not. I will stride over towards the table.
Okay.
Show yourself, foul creature.
Like, because you're not a doll any longer, your vantage point of being taller, you see the other side, and there's a child, the one that was on the table, is laying where Carathan was the last time you saw them, and he's looking around bewildered.
Are you a demon? You have to tell the truth.
No, I'm not a demon. I'm Oliver. I'm the Watchlord's son. Where is my father?
And probably in town.
You should take me to him.
Can you hold tight here, young lad?
He looks around. You get the feeling he's... As
Yes?
you're talking, you get the feeling he's a little scared as you say, can you hold tight here? And he's like, I'd rather not.
We have to first make sure, and I'll do some hand gestures over to my my comrades to signal to get over here.
So Opal, you wake up in your
Thank you.
own body,
Oh my god.
and you see Za is standing over there and gesturing towards you, and Dross is like looking you to make sure you're okay, and that like lingering feel of like essentially a cat walking around you and like rubbing itself on your legs is still there, but you don't see anything.
Okay. Cool. I feel good. I feel happy to be in my own body. We'll head over to the little kid.
Okay.
I will.
When he sees you, like he's like, he seems very excited because there's another kid in front of him. He's like, oh, okay, another kid. He stands up. Who are you?
Oh.
Hi, Opal. I'm Oliver.
Oliver, there's a lot of people looking for you right now. We'll get you out of here.
Well, I wanted to see what was in the house, and then I don't remember I don't remember coming up here though. There was something. I felt like I was scared of something, and then it was gone, and then I'm here. But you don't look scary. We should go play.
We'll have to do that a little bit later. We need to come up with a game plan.
Child has learned nothing.
The child has learned nothing. Remember, I'm a stranger to you, also, by the way.
Yeah, but only adults are scary.
Okay. Well, I trust these guys. These are good adults.
Are they your parents?
They're my friends.
Yes. Yes, we are.
I have friends
Really?
I have friends
Really?
who were adopted too. So what do you do?
Just do a basic check of the premises to make sure that we're back in whatever, like we're back in the real plane.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you all collect yourselves and you look around, like all of that gear, is gone. The lightning balls are all gone. The magical torches aren't lit. You do find the like you go back through the door, which is not a hidden doorway here. It's just a door. You go through that door, and the trap door that drops down is obviously newer than the rest of the building. It's in good repair as opposed to being dilapidated. And so you head down it, and you're obviously back in the old house. You work your way through. Do you want to do any more exploring, or are you heading out?
I mean, we've achieved our mission. We found the boy.
Good. We should bring
but-
him home at least.
I want to make sure that we've cleared this building because whatever it was that he was working with, whatever foul magics that he was engaged in, may still be lingering here.
Yes.
How
Let's
about
make
all the other kids,
Yeah,
too?
let's make sure the other children, if there's any other the puppets. That
Yeah.
we found.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yes,
and
the
I will
survivors.
Right. I will point out there were other bodies next to you when you woke up. So essentially, this is what happens. You head back down to the room where the dolls were, and you open the door, or rather, you go to where the door is or was and there's no door there.
No.
Guess we'll have to make a door.
Okay, so you like bash in the wall or cut it open or magic it open, however you want to blow it open, and there's just a small hollow space under the stairs. Looks like there's never been a room here. There's definitely some like rat nests and droppings, and there's like spider webs everywhere, but no sign of any dolls.
The notes again.
What's that?
We have to do the notes again for the magic house.
Never again.
Actually, that's a good point. We should attempt to go back.
I'm content to just burn this fucking house down and never look back.
We tried that.
We did
Didn't
try
work.
that. We tried that in the library. Maybe it'll be different this time, and I'll attempt to start a fire.
You did try to burn the house after you went to the not dilapidated house, not the old house. So you want to try and burn it?
Whenever we're safe, that's gonna be my first.
Okay. You do have to spend a little bit of time with Oliver because he's like, once he got over his fear and he thinks Opal is a child that's with him, he's like, let's go over here. And he like starts dragging Opal over to like investigate some other room or whatever. But when you try, so do you want to try doing the notes or do you want to burn the house down?
Oh god.
I
You
think
can
we
do both. You can do both. You just got to do one of them before the other. Otherwise, one of them doesn't work.
Let's do the notes first, I guess. If you
We'll
guys
do
want
the
to do
note.
the notes.
We have to know.
So, Dross, are you doing the notes?
Sure.
All right. So you go back and you play the notes in order, and you close your eyes, and you're waiting for, like, the bright light and the teleportation or whatever it was that took you to the new house, and then you crack your eye open, and you're still in the old house.
Well, that's a damn shame. Looks like we're burning this. Oliver, you want to do the honors?
Really?
You ever tried arson?
I haven't, but I love fire.
All right, there it is. Come on, sport. Are we done here, guys? Can we just put this terrifying ordeal behind us?
Are we certain that there are no survivors?
There are the bodies that are in the there's the bodies in the attic, which still look like they're alive, but kind of like they're in some kind of suspended animation.
What if we pull all the bodies out, like on the porch?
I mean, unless you want to barbecue them, that'd probably be a good idea.
No,
Yeah,
we'll
I want
grab
to
the
pull
bodies.
them out.
We didn't find anything. You just
We should
lock
take them
Oliver
back to the
inside.
village at the very least.
Okay.
It's the least
Their
we can do.
families know.
Okay. So you pull the bodies down the stairs and set them outside, and Oliver's like, okay, now? Can we do it now? Now?
Sure, sport. No, bring him
Sure.
in real close and be like, I'm gonna teach him how to do arson.
Okay. So you teach him arson, and his eyes light up as the fire begins to crackle, and unlike the other house, it does definitely catch here.
Yes.
In fact, it goes pretty quickly, almost like the wood here has been dried out over a long time, and so it's very flammable. And the house goes up in flames as you're standing there watching, and there's like this black inky smoke that comes out of it. And so shortly thereafter, like several farmers and stuff start running, like you see them racing down the road, and a guard of like a small contingent of guards comes up and are like, "Are you okay? What started this fire?"
That would be
That is Oliver. And
Yes,
they're
it is.
and they're very excited, but they are also concerned about what the fire is
I
doing.
wouldn't worry
So,
about it.
what would you say?
I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, obviously, it's a concern.
Everything's
Are
gonna
there
be fine.
trees nearby to like? Are we worried that the fire will affect other buildings or?
There were those
make
like
it
dead
waves
trees
around?
and stuff, yeah, but there's no other buildings around. it will end up burning those dead trees.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm cool.
I'm going to instruct the guards to come back with rakes. They should sift through the remains of this house to see if they can find some amulets.
Okay, yeah. What you do see as you're standing there is a pool table jumps through a window. The pool table is on fire, jumps through the window, and runs off into the distance.
Oh. Neat.
What?
But
You
other
know-
than that, like, even the guards are like, "Did you just see that?" "Yeah, I think
Don't
so."
let that pool table escape. Get that.
Yeah,
Uh,
chase that thing.
So
That pool
the
table
mounted
committed
guard,
war crimes.
the mounted guard takes off after the pool table. Yeah, and so essentially everyone can help you carry the bodies back. The return of Oliver and the bodies is actually celebrated in the town or in the city. The bodies seem to be shells right now, though, as though their spirits are elsewhere.
Maybe that pool table knows.
The guard comes back and finds out it was a mimic or some kind of construct like a mimic. They weren't really sure. They killed it. That's all they know. And you are rewarded handsomely for returning Oliver.
I will write a new ballad of this event. I think I shall title it Master of Puppets.
I love it. So as we draw a close, as we draw to a close, yes, as we draw to a close on this part of the adventure, I will say this is part of a trilogy that can be played in any order, and each one of them is or can be used as a stepping stone into Ravenloft from Forgotten Realms. So there are other adventures that would affect what you've done here if you had played them first, or because you've played this one, if and when we get to play the other ones, what you have done here will affect those ones. So just keep that in mind. Any questions, comments, complaints, concerns, conundrums? What was that, Gilbert?
Where is Sergeant Steve?
Oh, Sergeant Steve was totally sitting on the front porch waiting for you.
Oh, God bless. I thought I killed
And-
Sergeant Steve.
And he totally looks like you've done a good job.
Sir.
He's so proud.
And when you salute him, he salutes back by licking his eyeball.
Excellent. Classic Sergeant. Oliver went on to be an arsonist.
Right? Oliver grew up to be a villain. Excellent.
I'm
Well.
definitely going to use him in a campaign.
Right? As a parting thought, the opposite of arson is cold. We'll go with that. And so stop by Celestian Vault, pick up Friends Infos of the Frostlands to use for your D&D 5e Scarred campaign, or they can be dropped into any 5e campaign. It's a tome of NPCs usable. They were built for the Scarred, but I mean, it's 5e. It also contains several new spells and magic items. Next week, I think we're going to jump back to John's game he was running, as long as everyone is available. And then when he completes that, maybe we'll come back to part 2 of this. Woo. Until then, take care, everybody. We will see you soon. Bye.
Oh my God, I'm on fire.